Great. We thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good to see you.
If you would, just introduce your staff and yourself and staff. And after doing so, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Let me first introduce, sitting with me to my right, our board chair, Dr. Lavinia Steele, and to my left, our new Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Robert Wright. Also joining us in the gallery is our leadership team, Mr. Marvin Cox, Dr. Farrah Fondren, Ms. Cassandra Johnson-Payne, Ms. Lisa McCready, Ms. Karen Crook, and I think that's the whole team that's here. And let me just give a shout out to the magnificent remaining members of the Metropolitan Action Commission and thank them for their incredible work. Would you like me to begin with the first question?
Yes, ma'am, if you would.
The question relates to any enhancement that we receive. This body might remember that several weeks ago, our organization was before you asking that the correction be made to the increase to our staff on last year. We were given a 2.5% increase. However, the appropriated amount was less than the amount necessary to cover that 2.5%. So the enhancement that you see here makes us whole for the upcoming year and going forward with the full amount, which is the $304,000. As it relates to how it assists us with our service to customers, when your team members are paid in a way that allows you both to hire qualified staff but also to retain them, it increases your ability to provide good service and, as Farrah would say, exceptional service to the people that we serve in Davidson County. That's my response to question one. If there are any additional questions for us, we will certainly be happy to take them at this time.
Thank you. Councilman, the floor is open for discussion, questions. Okay, seeing none.
Question.
I'm
I had a
sorry,
question and a comment.
Councilor Gilmore. I'm used to looking down at your
I know.
your desk.
I'm
All
up
right.
here now.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Ms. Crooms, for being here. You're always here with your staff and the committees, and we appreciate you. Always full of information, and I know when I was a district council member, I really appreciated you because you always help my constituents. I just had one quick question. I was looking at the charges, commissions, and fees, and I noticed that there was a little bit of a change, and that's on J75-4 in program revenue, and I wanted to know what are those fees for?
I'm thinking that that's the before and after care program. You probably are aware that we provide services to children prior to the Head Start program, and Robert's double checking that for me. The Head Start program covers services for children between 8 and 2. We also offer services to families as early as 6 o'clock in the morning and as late as 6 o'clock in the afternoon. There are two funding sources for those fees. One is parents who pay, and then the other is parents who receive a certificate through the state of Tennessee. In more recent years, the state has issued fewer certificates for families to be able to cover this cost. Because of that, we reduced our expectation of receiving fees for that program, serving, we expect, possibly fewer children based on a 3-year trend. And so that's why you see a reduction in those fees.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Council Lady Dow.
Yes. Thank you. I just had one quick question to ask about. I know that it has been proposed that for a pay increase across the board, and I remember last year that a significant portion of your budget is federally funded versus funded through Metro.
That's
so
correct.
would that impact, would you be participating if the approval is made to provide a merit increase salaries across the board?
From our perspective, yes, 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 and yes, we will be participating, and our hope is that the council will agree and make sure that the team members of Metropolitan Action Commission are included in that increase to the rest of the staff in the government.
Okay, well, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Council Lady Van Rees.
I appreciate that, Chair. I know I'm not a member of your committee, but I wanted to speak a little bit about this. Both Council Member Mary Carolyn Roberts and I serve as council representatives on the board for Metro Action Commission, and we've learned a whole lot. And one of the things that we both would want to voice today is our respect for the people who work for the Metro Action Commission. It's actually one of the best run organizations that I've been able to witness in my first 7 months, and I appreciate the opportunity to serve along with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no others in the queue, we appreciate you being here and with the presentation.
Thank you all.